Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy ZagTech2995 here, and I'm joined as always by the Walk71. Replace the A with a 4, and we've got, oh boy, we've got quite the video for you. This shit should be pretty good today because we're gonna be making our predictions for the 8-hour SummerSlam 2017 show. Because I swear these shows just get longer and longer every year. It's because it's gonna get to the point where it takes up a whole fucking day. But shout some stuff out or introduce yourself or do whatever you gotta do, man, before we start this thing.
I'm gonna say one thing. Watch the product, you'll know who I am.
That's true. You guys gotta watch the product, man. You gotta know everything about the business.
Brother.
Brother. All right. So before we start this, me and is it okay if I call you Gavin?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So me and Gavin decided that we were going to talk a little bit about 2K18 before we start our predictions. Because there's been quite a lot of interesting news that's been going on lately, especially I've gotten a lot of more info from Pulse because he's been tweeting a lot of stuff because he's at the event right now.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of that Sanity entrance?
It's nice. It's accurate. One thing I was surprised is they have the current NXT animations and I guess you call it Titantron animation stuff.
Yeah, they got the logos and stuff too.
And apparently they said they have the new championships in the game. So
yeah, I heard that too. That's pretty lit.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna have that death metal theme that they have now.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Because that's a pretty good theme. I mean, if it was me, I would go back and use the Coheed and Cambria one that I used in that one video, but that's just me.
And then hopefully, since they got that, I wonder if they're gonna add Drew McIntyre in there and Aleister Black and
Yo, I want to use Aleister Black's theme so bad, man.
I wonder if they'll do it like make them a DLC or something like how they did Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah, they might
around the same time as them last year.
I could see them making him like a Future Stars pack or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. So yeah, so they got that. They also, it looks like they got the new Raw arenas. We don't know. I'm assuming that they're gonna have the SmackDown one, but
the updated arenas.
Yeah, the updated arenas, because on that video and the screenshots too, it looks like that they have the current rings right now.
Yeah. From one of the dev videos, they had Randy Orton do his entrance on the SmackDown arena.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so everything's updated. Even the Universal title looks all right.
I mean, it's a shitty looking belt either way, but whatever. Yeah, that's. I love how we're talking about this year's SummerSlam, and that was like one of the major things last year that just got a lot of controversy.
Yeah, like the last hour was like the worst hour.
Oh God, it's kind of sad when Wiza burying you is the best part of the event. I still remember that to this day.
SummerSlam last year only did one thing, which was to give us AJ Styles versus John Cena, which was the only match I actually like cared about. So
that was like the most lit match ever.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't mess that up at least.
So apparently, also from what I've heard, well, more from Pulse tweeting it out, is apparently they actually got the new Rainmaker knee gimmick for Seth as his finisher in the game.
I hate that finisher. So
why can't they just give him the curb stomp, my dude?
And then in an interview, he said he's done using the pedigree because, you know, that time of his life is over with when he was with the Authority. I don't know.
Nah, whatever. Gotta keep it kayfabe, brother.
I don't even remember the last time I seen him use his finisher either. So that's.
Yeah, like he's had like quite a lot of finishers throughout the years. Like I remember when he was first in the Shield, he was using the standing Shiranui.
Yeah.
In fact, that actually caused him to lose against Big E to lose the title. And then he started using the curb stomp, which was known as the blackout at first.
Yeah,
and then
they changed the name of it to the Peace of Mind for
oh yeah, Michael Cole. Michael Cole called it that one time, and Seth was like, "That's stupid. We gotta change that."
They just called it the good old fashioned curb stomp.
Yep. Yep. And yeah, so they just, I don't know. My thoughts were if he was gonna have a new finisher, either just get the curb stomp back, or if he was just gonna do a new finisher to just use the Phoenix Splash. But no, he was like, all right, I've been watching a lot of New Japan Pro Wrestling. I'm gonna change this up a bit.
Yeah.
So anything else about 2K18 you want to talk about or do you just want to do the predictions?
One last thing I want to say, I'm waiting for them to see what they're gonna do in my career mode this year for 2K.
Oh yeah. True.
That's the only thing I'm like really looking forward to. Like all this stuff is cool and everything. But if their other modes aren't fun, then the game itself is going to be like not good. If my career is dull, universe mode is dull. Because eventually the exhibition stuff gets boring after a while when that's the only thing you can do because everything else in the game isn't really fun. So I hope that the other stuff in there is fun. So.
Yeah, I got to admit, my career this year was not that good. The only reason I'm really playing it again is because of the whole Paul Heyman stuff. But like even that kind of gets a bit boring. But from what I've heard, you can actually like walk around the arena and stuff. So this is kind of like the whole Road to WrestleMania they were doing back in the day.
I don't even know why they got rid of it. It was fun.
Yeah. And the whole music thing, because as you guys know, I'm a huge music guy. And apparently this year, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson picked the music, and the only song I know is "Down with the Sickness," and you know they're gonna edit the hell out of that song. Oh wow!
I know they're gonna edit this shit out of the Eazy-E song because he said a lot of shit he can't say on a video game for children. So
you mean a lot of ish?
Yeah, a lot of ish. Yeah,
Downsids, day one ish.
Oh my god, WWE, what are you doing?
All right, I think that's a good segue to do these predictions. All right. Oh god, the kickoff match. So
it's three of them.
Akira Tozawa versus Neville for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. And I'm just gonna let you guys know right now. Be catching the kickoff show, maybe one match, but just because the show is gonna be like fucking 5 or 8 hours long anyways, and I think I'd rather be going on Wrestle with the Plot or watch some hentai instead of watching matches that I don't care about. But what's your pick, man? What do you got?
I have Akira Tozawa retaining because I don't see them doing the back and forth thing with the championship. So I think Neville loses this one. Maybe Neville can just go back to being a regular wrestler. He's built up himself. He's way better than he was when he first entered the Cruiserweight division. So maybe he can go, to essentially the heavyweight division with everybody else and try to see what can happen. Maybe he wins the Intercontinental Championship. I don't know. I think he's pretty much done with the Cruiserweight division because once you're not in the championship thing, you're basically put in the back seat of the Cruiserweight division, which is probably why I can see as to why Austin Aries left is because he's not going to be on the major focus anymore. Because on Raw, they only show what's happening with the Cruiserweight Championship. Anything else is on 205 Live, and nobody watches that anymore. So I think it's time for Neville to move on.
Yeah, they've gotten pretty desperate with that whole 205 Live gimmick by showing like little snippets of SmackDown before they leave. I see what you're doing, WB. I mean, we couldn't have talking smack or smack and talk, but whatever. Whatever. I've said my piece about that whole thing. But I was gonna say Neville won it back at first, but then when you said he could go in the cruiser or he could leave the cruiserweight, I immediately thought of his match against Seth Rollins, and I'm like, all right, I see it. I can deal with that because that was actually a pretty damn good match that he had with Seth.
That was like his second match on the main roster.
Yeah, the first one they kind of geeked him out by having Seth curb stomp him.
Yeah.
But that second one, like he legit almost won the belt. So yeah, if we could get Neville doing that kind of stuff, but like he retains his heel demeanor, ooh, that's gonna be so fucking lit.
But do you think it'd be believable for somebody that Neville's size would be able to just do something to somebody like, say, he might be able to do it.
Big Show.
No, not Big Show. Fuck Big Show. Dumbass man.
Oh, you know it's coming up later.
I'm trying to think. Maybe like Seth Rollins. Do you think it'd be believable for him to actually punk out Seth Rollins because of somebody his height and size? Because of NXT, he was able to do all this stuff because he was the face. You know, the faces can almost do anything.
Right.
But at him as a heel, as somebody that has to essentially dominate, do you think he will be able to dominate people that are bigger than him, and it would be believable?
I think so, because he has a really good arsenal of moves. He has that really aggressive demeanor, and he has that grungy look. So I think if like he's on top of someone, you know, not in that way, everyone just I know you all have a dirty mind, okay? Don't think I don't know what you're doing. But now some people subscribe to me, so there's that. But left. All right, but yeah, so I think he could dominate someone, and I think it could be very believable. So yeah, I'm gonna say Akira Tozawa just because I want to see Neville mix it up with some of the guys in the main roster. Because I've said this before, this whole cruiserweight division is just a sinking ship at this point.
No, it's really sinking because Neville was not the champion.
Yep, and then you lost a double, so there's that. All right, the Hardy Boys and Kurt Angle's son, Jason Jordan, versus The Miz and The Miz. And no, fuck that. I'm calling them the Entourage. The Miz and the Entourage. Who do you got?
The Hardys and Jason Jordan. I just find it really funny where the Hardys are now compared to like where the Hardys are now compared to when they first got in. Because now they're just a novelty. They need to be deleted. TNA just needs to give them their gimmick back. Because this novelty act of the Hardy Boys is starting to get stale. Well, it's been stale for a couple months now, but
yeah, definitely.
It's getting boring. Jason Jordan, I think that heel turn is going to come pretty soon because he's not believable. I feel like American Alpha should have never broken up because they were both good wrestlers. Like Jason Jordan is amazing in the ring, but his character just sucks. It's like,
yeah.
I would compare his character to Rocky Maivia.
Oh wow!
Like he has,
God damn,
he's good at wrestling. Like I'm not denying his talent because he has a good moveset, but his charisma and character is equivalent to Rocky Maivia. And we all know what happened to Rocky Maivia. He turned into one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, The Rock.
Rocky, die.
Yes, die, Jason Jordan, die. You can't be Kurt Angle's son no more. That's not gonna work. So that heel turn needs to come soon. The Miz, I don't know what WWE did with him because 6 months ago he was the hottest wrestler on the roster. He was almost one of the reasons people will watch SmackDown other than AJ Styles.
I'll tell you what happened.
Oh my god. And
I'll tell you what happened. That WrestleMania match, that's what happened. You forgot all about it, didn't you?
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, that's my gimmick. I gotta bring up all the horrible shit that's happened in WWE.
And then Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas, two people that were cool at one point, but now it's kind of boring. This match kind of deserves to be on the pre-show, but I got the Hardy Boys and Jason Jordan winning.
Yeah, since the title isn't on the line, I got the Hardys and Jason Jordan. I'm just waiting for Matt Hardy to start doing those the twist of fate on the chair again.
Yeah,
because that match at WrestleMania 25 when he did that shit to
that match was lit.
Yo, that was that was like I grabbed my throat after that shit. That shit was hard to watch.
I thought he killed Jeff Hardy.
Killed his dog and killed him too. All right. Oh no. Oh no, not this match. Don't they do? Here we go. WWE being retarded. All right. The New Day versus the Usos for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships on the pre-show. Are you fucking kidding me, WWE? Yeah, I didn't believe you at first when you told me this has happened, but I went on Twitter and I saw everyone reacting to this angrily, and I was like, oh no, they actually did this.
This is bogus because this feud in itself has been probably one of the best feuds on SmackDown Live today. And now you're gonna put on a pre-show. And the thing about it, the thing that makes me mad is I felt this coming. Like I knew this was gonna happen because of how many matches they've booked on the main card. And this is one of the terrible things about the brand splits, that you create multiple championships, which means both titles have to be defended on big shows. And just think at WrestleMania, the SmackDown Live tag team titles weren't even on the show. They were forgotten about. So it's like I'm mad this happened, but I knew WWE was going to do it just compared to all the matches that's already on the show.
You know what this kind of reminds? Well, what this is essentially to me. So just think of a really huge concert, like let's say Mayhem Fest or something. I don't know. So you got Mayhem Fest, and you got all these big bands and a couple of small bands. But let's just say they decide to bump Motion Some Weight from the main stage down to opening for like when the first 20 people come in through the door. And since they made that a little arrangement, now this local band is now performing in the spot that they were originally. That's what this kind of feels like to me.
Yes, because they booked too many big matches. Like they booked too many matches, I should say. Like some matches shouldn't be on the card.
All right, so what do you got?
I think I got New Day retaining.
Ooh.
Actually, no. I'll take that back. I got Usos winning the titles because they seem they've shown how effective they were when they lost the championships because they tried to kill the New Day 2 times in a row.
Gotta love that aggression.
Yeah, so it actually shows just how good the Usos are in the New Day. They show how much that tag team title meant to them. Not a lot of people do that these days. They just be like, oh, okay, I lost the title. All right, what's next? So I think it's pretty cool that they're actually doing that. So I think I'm going to have the Usos win and they're going to like cheat or something. I don't know.
Usos down since day one. It's been down since. Yo, that song is pretty lit. I can't lie. I can't fucking lie. Yo. But oh my God, I'm gonna say the Usos. And what's been scaring me lately, because I don't know if you guys at home have been realizing this, but all the bullshit that I've been saying on here, like all the predictions I make when I'm joking around, have actually been coming true. Like I'm really worried. I'm really worried that someone in WWE has actually been watching my videos and like, all right, let's do this. Because I called the Great Khali coming back. I called Mojo Riley winning the Andre the Giant trophy.
You also said Chris Jericho was going to return against Kevin Owens. Right. And he did.
So this is kind of scary that this is all happening. And I also called New Day winning the belts from the Usos. So I'm calling them. So I'm going to say Usos are winning the titles back. And I've got like a lot of bold predictions for this video too. So keep your ears open, y'all, because I might be dropping some black magic on you. Welcome to the coven. All right. Speaking of black magic and coven and all that stuff, we got the Demon Phil Bacon versus the Eater of Pins Bray Wyatt.
I got Finn Balor winning because Bray Wyatt already won, and you know how that goes. And plus, Bray Wyatt can literally lose and then be in another storyline again. So it's like they're burying Bray Wyatt, but at least he's doing something. He's not just sitting there catering. So I got Finn Balor winning because I don't think they're gonna have Bray Wyatt be the ones to defeat the Demon, even though Samoa Joe did already. But NXT doesn't matter.
Yeah, at NXT, that's not canon.
Yeah.
But I find it hilarious that whenever Bray Wyatt does win, no one really cares because there's something that catches everyone else's attention, like when #1 contender Jinder Mahal came in during that House of Horrors match, that 6-star instant classic, and everyone focused on him instead of the fact that Bray Wyatt won that match.
Yeah.
So even when
it was his match. Like, he needed help to win his match.
So even when Bray Wyatt wins, he still loses.
He was a transitional WWE champion. He wasn't even he didn't even have a legit reign. He's a transitional champ. He didn't get his championship rematch. It was just a regular match. So,
AJ Styles didn't get his rematch either.
Nah, they're just gonna act like putting him in a triple threat match was giving him his rematch.
Here you go, kid. Have fun. Welcome to the business. But yeah, I got the Demon Phil Bacon winning too. Oh god, in this match. Speaking of matches, man, this shit should actually have been on the fucking pre-show right here. We got Big Show versus Big Ass. Wait, are you kidding me? Am I actually looking at this right?
Oh yeah, you didn't know what the stipulation was gonna be?
Enzo Amore suspended about the ring in a short cage. I thought they were making that shit up in Discord.
No,
are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Nope. Gotta sell these toys, fam.
Yo, I'm so sleep. I can't even open my eyes anymore.
Gotta sell this shark cage playset.
This is like the third fucking shark cage match that we've had in WWE this year.
6 months.
God damn, man. I thought they were lying. I was like, yeah, whatever. They're not that dumb. Nope. God damn it.
Nope.
Well, I got Big Ass winning.
Yeah, I got Big Ass winning too.
No, I've been taking the C out because of that whole great balls
of fire. Great balls.
Eat balls. Sasha Banks.
That was hilarious. That pay-per-view. They gotta put that pay-per-view in WWE 2K18.
Yo. Yeah, if they don't put it in there, you know someone's gonna do a community creation gimmick for that.
Yes, they have to.
Alright, so all right, let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of Big Ass's theme?
They changed it. They changed it again. It sounds better than what it did at Great Balls of Fire, I guess.
All right, wait a minute. I gotta listen to this because I heard the first one and I was like, wow, that's fucking generic.
It's all right. The new one is all right. I mean, it's
Big Ass theme. Let's see this.
Big Ass theme.
All right, updated.
Right. The new one is all right. I mean,
oh shit! Wait, let me. All right, third theme. All right, so that's a bit more southern sounding. All right.
Taste.
Yo, wow. That first you're bringing up Ricky Maivia and now Test. Yo, you've been watching the network too much, my dude.
And everybody knows that's Big Cass's father.
Yeah, they haven't said that yet. But don't worry, they will eventually. All right. Fuck. Here we go. Another match I'm not looking forward to. The Viper Randy Orton versus Rusev.
You know what's a common theme between a lot of these matches?
I've noticed a lot of common themes with this too.
No build up. How am I supposed to get hyped for a lot of these matches? And they were a lot of these matches were announced a couple weeks before the pay-per-view. how am I supposed to get invested into a match if I don't even know why they're fighting? Literally, the whole point of this feud was no, actually the match was made 3 weeks ago, I believe. Yeah, it was made 3 weeks ago, but it was still nothing happened. So Rusev came out and said, I want an opponent at SummerSlam. Randy Orton comes out, RKO's him. Then they make the match. The next week, Rusev kicks Randy Orton in the face. Then the go-home show, Randy Orton RKO's is Rusev out of nowhere. Oh, my God. What?
No, well, you know Rusev's winning then.
I don't know, man.
WWE, brother.
I don't know if he winning now. That's a lot. Rusev is been he lost to the Big Show at a Roadblock. So
I mean, he also lost to John Cena in that flag match that I didn't even watch.
Everybody lose to John Cena.
I didn't even watch that match because I knew how that shit was gonna turn out.
I have Randy Orton winning because I don't think they're gonna have Rusev beat Orton. So no, matter of fact, I'll take a chance. I'll say Rusev is gonna beat Randy Orton, but after I feel like they're not gonna do anything with Rusev after that.
Well, we've been agreeing quite a lot lately. That might change a little later. All right. Naomi versus Natalya for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
There's only one reason this match isn't on the pre-show, and that's because Carmelo. That's because Carmella is gonna cash in her Money in the Bank briefcase.
Oh, you got her cashing in?
Yeah, she's gonna cash in. Because
do you think she's successful though?
Well, since what just happened to Baron Corbin, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna talk about that later because I've got some thoughts that I want to share real gut.
That caught me off guard. I'm not even gonna lie. I was watching it. That caught me off guard. But I feel as though that's why Naomi has a more weaker opponent in Natalya. Even though I think Natalya is a good wrestler, her character just sucks. I have Naomi.
Sorry, I keep interrupting me. You know what the problem with Natalya is, though, right?
What?
She's too wrestlery. Shouts out to the Clean Finish podcast right there.
She's too wrestlery.
She's too wrestlery.
She's overqualified.
Yeah, I got Naomi with Carmella. Actually, you know what? No, I'm changing my mind. James Ellsworth cashing in the contract and he's gonna win it.
How triggered the women community will be when they see that a man won the women's championship.
Yo, man, I wonder if they're gonna be more outraged from him doing that than him straight up grabbing the briefcase. Yo, that's another thing I called. Oh my God! All right, this is happening now. This is happening.
Yeah, she's cashing.
Mark your calendars right now, because James Ellsworth is cashing in and winning it. I'm calling it right now. Watch that shit happen tomorrow. So, what do you got, man?
Oh, in the match, the women's match. You said in the women's match, right?
Yeah, no, my balls.
Yeah, I have Naomi beating Natalya, and then Carmella's gonna cash in because just think about it. If she cashes in at a SmackDown pay-per-view, it won't really have the same effect as if she were to cash it in at a big event like SummerSlam. Like, just think, she cashes in the briefcase at SummerSlam, gets a big reaction from the crowd because she's from that area. It makes sense.
Right.
And then have her be the champion and see what happens. Experiment, and if she's not good, then just have somebody else beat her with it. Because I don't think that she was ready to win the Money in the Bank briefcase, but I couldn't think of anybody else in that match to win it other than her at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, well, the next women match we got is my girl Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's Championship. I'm going to get mine out of the way. I got Alexa Bliss retaining.
I got Sasha winning.
Oh, see, now we're disagreeing.
Yeah, I have Sasha winning because I appreciate Alexa Bliss for what she's done, and everything. She literally came from nothing because she knows what she used to do. And now she's like on top, but I'm kind of tired of her being champion because she hasn't really done anything. But the women's division as a whole hasn't really done anything. One of your top women wrestlers is hurt, but she's supposed to be the face, and she got booed out the arena in Toronto.
Oh yeah,
her shoulder was separated, and she got booed out the arena. And she's supposed to be the baby face.
Oh my god.
The whole point of her character is to not get booed, and she got booed out the arena.
Because WWE, man, WWE finds a way.
And
they always find a way. They make better heels than baby faces. Man, I've been saying fuck Bailey for a while, but now everyone's getting on the bandwagon. Good lord.
That's just the terrible hurt. I would rather have a triple threat with Nia Jax, because Nia Jax is somebody that can be a big force in the women's division, but they just never want to commit when it's actually time to do something. Like her match with Sasha, she lost, she tapped out. Then that gauntlet match where she destroyed everybody. But as soon as little Sasha got in the ring, she instantly lost. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it got so bad that Wiza had to make a video especially about that match.
He came out of retirement. He came back from the dead.
All right. So you ready for this next match? Burn it down! Oh, we got Cesaro and Sheamus versus Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins for the Raw Tag Team Championships. I'm gonna let you go because I've actually got some interesting comments about this. Wink, wink.
I have Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins winning by accident. Like kind of like how Kane and Daniel Bryan won the tag team titles against R-Truth.
So like Team Hell No.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Right.
But it happens by accident. Like Dean Ambrose does something, and then Seth Rollins just lands on top of them because it makes sense for them to win the championship. Honestly, I would rather have them lose so they have some adversary to go through as a tag team than them to just go straight to the championships. But I know they're going to win because I believe Sheamus has to film a movie. So I know they're going to win at SummerSlam. But it would be better for them to have an adversary and have people. They would have a better reaction from the crowd because they would have something to fight for now, which is trying to get those Raw Tag Team titles instead of straight going for it and winning it. And it would just make a better story for the baby faces almost.
All right, you ready for these wild predictions I got?
Yeah.
All right, so here's my thing. So I'm done complaining about how they've booked Seth Rollins because I actually, you know what? I'm starting to notice the character that they're making Seth Rollins now. He's a bit more what's the word? He's a bit more emotional. Corey Graves even mentioned it on commentary that Seth Rollins runs on emotion. He puts his body on the line, and that's a pretty good quality for a baby face. So I'm done with the whole, they fucked him up kind of thing because I see what they're doing now. So here's my prediction. I think because of Seth Rollins' emotions, he's going to get so caught up in the moment that he does something to accidentally cost him and Dean Ambrose the championship.
Oh.
And after the match, Dean Ambrose hits Seth with the dirty deeds, causing the heel turn. Because the story they're building up, I don't think it's for the Shield to reunite. I think it's for I think it's to have a big fuck you to the fans and have Dean Ambrose become this vicious heel that we wanted him to be.
And honestly, that would be the perfect way for him to do it too. So that
because the whole crowd's been wanting to see the Shield reunite. Like they're gonna do it. They're finally gonna do it, and now they've done the fist pump. But if Seth somehow accidentally screws them out of the title, Dean could be so livid that he ends up giving him a dirty deeds and does the whole, I'm going to stab you in the back before you do it to me kind of thing.
Yeah, that
So
works.
that's my bold prediction going in.
if that happens, I won't be upset if it does happen. I mean, I'll be excited to see what happens with heel Dean Ambrose, because this babyface Dean Ambrose is kind of it's not how it was.
Yeah, definitely not. All right, so let's see. AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens for the United States Championship, and Shane McMahon as the special guest referee.
I got AJ Styles winning. Yeah, I don't see the point of them continuing this feud after this.
I'm gonna say AJ Styles, but last time I said that they fucked me over and got me heated on SmackDown.
You talking about the triple threat match or the match at Battleground?
Well, the match at Battleground first, they because AJ Styles had just won the title at the house show, and when we were doing those predictions, I said it'd be stupid for them to flip up the title, but then that happened. And then on the SmackDown, when they were in my hometown of Richmond, Virginia, they flipped off the titles again, and that got me livid. That's why I was so angry, because I was like, you guys legit just flipped the titles 3 times in a matter of weeks.
Yeah, and
so
the other thing,
that's why I was livid, man. I don't me down, but at that point, I was gone.
The other thing is, apparently there was some kind of there's something happened where I believe AJ Styles is supposed to win at Battleground, and something happened either mid-match or something where plans were changed. And I don't think AJ Styles knew, because apparently after the match, he was sitting there confused after the match, like what was going on. Like he didn't know. He genuinely didn't know what was going on. So I think that's why he won the match. Like was it the next night, or was it
it was the next night. It was on Tuesday afterwards.
I think it was a botch. Something happened. Something happened.
Right.
Yeah.
So we both got AJ Styles then?
Yeah.
All right. Oh boy, this match. John Cena versus Baron Corbin. Now, I was going to come in here and talk about how I don't really think Baron Corbin's new theme fits him, but boy, we've got something else to talk about. We got some. All right, so let me just get this shit out right now before we go any further. Now, I watched back the whole cash-in thing, and for those of you guys who don't know, Baron Corbin, because John Cena and Jinder Mahal were having a match. Was it a title match, or was it just a regular ass match?
A regular match.
All right, so it was just a regular ass match between John Cena and the modern day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal. And after John did a super AA, Baron Corbin came and broke it up, hit Cena with the briefcase, finally using the briefcase as a weapon for once. But then as he's walking away, he notices he has the briefcase, notices the champ is out in the middle of the ring. He goes back in, says he's cashing it in. Referee rings the bell. John Cena hops up on the apron. Baron Corbin swipes at him, and then Jinder Mahal schoolboys him and wins. So to my 70 subscribers, this is my thoughts on the whole thing. I don't mind that he lost the match. My whole thing is I don't agree with the way that he lost. Now, this is what I would have done if I was booking. But, I mean, what do I know? I'm just an armchair booker. But if I was booking the whole thing, I would have had Baron Corbin cash it in. Mm-hmm. I would have had him pick up Jinder Mahal, give him the end of days, and then as it gets to 1 and 2, John Cena comes in and breaks it up. That way, in the back of your mind, you're thinking, wow, he could have actually won the match, but John Cena screwed him out. Instead, what they actually did with the whole schoolboy thing is they made Baron Corbin look like a geek. Yeah. Because my thing is, another guy who lost the Money in the Bank briefcase was Damian Sandow, but he at least had a match against Cena. Cena had one arm, but at least Sandow was able to work a match. Baron Corbin lost his match in a matter of seconds.
Apparently, he broke the record for the quickest WWE Championship match at 6 seconds.
Fuck. So, All right. So my whole thing is that if they're doing this just so that Baron Corbin can become a psychopath, kind of like when Kane first lost his match or his mask, whatever, fine. But if they start jobbing this guy out, then that's when we're gonna have problems. So with that all being said, now that you guys know my thoughts on that, I got Baron Corbin absolutely destroying Cena in this match. Just completely massacring this guy, Brock Lesnar style, with a whole bunch of deep six and one end of days. Because I swear to God, if Cena kicks out of the end of days, I'm gonna be fucking livid. And I say that now, but I guarantee you they're gonna have him kick out of that shit, and then Baron Corbin's gonna be even more livid than me. But I'm gonna be pissed if that happens. But I got Cena losing, and this will be the 7th. Count that, y'all. 7th straight SummerSlam match he's lost since the whole Nexus gimmick.
So, I think
SummerSlam curse. I'm calling it.
I think Cena's gonna win. And this is why. No, it's gonna make sense. It's gonna make sense. I have Cena winning because if Baron Corbin loses, at least that will set something off. That's another thing that will set him off to destroy even more people, because this man Cena cost him a WWE Championship match. It cost him to win the most prized position in WWE. All right, he's already pissed off, so he has a game plan. Whoop Cena's ass at the pay-per-view. Okay, cool. He has the match with John Cena. They have their match or whatever. Cena beats him. That makes him even more mad because I think after SummerSlam, John Cena's going to Raw. So that gives Baron Corbin another reason to be even more upset, because the guy that cost him the championship, he couldn't beat, and now he can't even face him anymore because Cena's on another show, which will set Baron Corbin off even more to the point to where he's going to want to kill everybody until he gets what he wants. So I have Cena winning.
I see your point of view, but Corbin, because as you guys might know, I'm a Corbin mark, and I'm also a Rollins mark. But yeah. So that's another match that we're disagreeing with so far. So far we've disagreed with the SmackDown women. No. The Raw Women's Championship, the Raw Tag Team Championship, and Corbin versus Cena. So that's the matches we disagree with so far. All right. Speaking of championships, the modern day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal, I'm going to speak to my people in my language, versus the artist known as Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE Championship. they gotta drop that shit with Shinsuke. I'm going to let you go first.
I was thinking about this match for a while as to who would win and what would make sense, because I just saw this video of Jinder Mahal working out, and it was a very interesting video because this man was talking about his journey in WWE. It made him seem like he's a face, even though he's supposed to be a heel. He was talking about his journey into WWE, how at one point, he got released, then he came back, and then people thought he was just going to become a jobber. And then when he finally got back to WWE, they didn't think he was going to do anything. Then after that, he wins the biggest championship in WWE. This just makes him seem like a hero, but he's a heel, which doesn't make sense. And then you have Nakamura, and I don't even know anything. Like, say if I'm a casual viewer, I don't know what this Nakamura guy is. They don't try to, make him in. They haven't given Nakamura a backstory, so I don't know what he's done previously.
Well, apparently his backstory is he's Michael Jackson, according to Dolph Ziggler.
Oh yeah, he's Michael Jackson. So we have Michael Jackson versus Jinder Mahal. Nakamura, I don't know what they're doing with him. I thought when he got to the main roster on SmackDown, I thought, okay, I'm gonna keep him on the smaller show and then build him up to put him on Raw. But no, they just made him boring. So honestly,
it's a lot worse than him being a sushi chef. which is what they
Yeah.
originally thought. How they managed to do that, I don't know.
It's funny because I really thought they were going to change their ways, but they really didn't. They did worse than to make him a sushi chef. But I have Jinder Mahal winning by his goons, the Singh brothers of the Bollywood Boys, interfering, and then you give Nakamura something. You give him a something to work for, because I don't even know what his goal is in WWE. So now he has a goal, is to try to go after the WWE Championship again or something. So Jinder wins by his goons.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of people saying that they want Shinsuke Nakamura to win, but my problem is this feels a lot like when Finn Balor was going up against Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship. You know, that belt that got a lot of boos every time we show on camera.
Belt sucks.
Jam belt.
It's been a year since
Yeah,
the title
but that's what it feels like to me, and I'm sticking by this. I still think they made the wrong decision by having Finn Balor walk out with the championship because he hadn't been on the main roster long enough. So I'm gonna say this too. I don't think Shinsuke Nakamura has been on the main roster long enough for him to win the championship yet. Granted, he's been on TV longer than Finn Balor was when he went for the title, but I still think it's a bit too soon because, like you said, we don't know shit about Nakamura except for that he's Michael Jackson, and I think they need to kind of have a whole Path of the Warrior kind of thing where he does a bunch of different trials before he gets to the championship again.
Yeah.
So I got the modern day Maharaja walking out with the title again. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the main event of the evening, you got the Beast, the Conqueror, Brock Lesnar versus the big dog, Roman Reigns versus the Destroyer, Samoa Joe, and I'm not finished with you, Strowman, in a fatal four-way match for the Universal Championship. But it's the main event, god damn it.
Yes, indeed. And actually,
greatest match ever.
This match has probably the best build out of anything. Because the really WWE Championship match, I don't even know. They had one segment together where they were talking about it with Jinder and Shinsuke. They haven't really built that one up. This is like
Jinder was getting down with it, man.
Yeah, this is the only like major championship match that has a build, and the build goes beyond this. This goes back to Great Balls of Fire almost. He took the last two matches and combined them, and this actually has like a good story to it almost. Right. I like the dynamic that Paul Heyman said that he and Brock Lesnar is gonna lose they're gonna leave if Brock Lesnar loses on Sunday. I find that really funny because now what happens if they do lose? Then what? Because I'm pretty sure Paul Heyman is saying that because he feels as though Kurt Angle is trying to make Brock Lesnar lose on purpose. But I wonder what his reaction is going to be if Brock Lesnar actually loses and say he doesn't even get pinned. And for this match, I got Samoa Joe winning because I feel as though he's the only one out of the four that can hold the title and can actually do something, because I feel Roman winning the title, they're going to do that at a Mania soon. If Braun Strowman wins the title, who is he going to go against that's believable? Nobody. Brock wins the title. We're not going to see the Universal Championship till like WrestleMania. So Samoa winning the title.
He's holding that belt hostage.
Yeah, he's on that belt hostage. So I think Samoa Joe is perfect for winning the title.
Yeah, I got Samoa Joe winning too. Because Samoa Joe so far has been the only guy who has actually put on a believable match against Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
And I think the whole thing where Brock Lesnar caught him by surprise with that F5, I think that Joe now is going to be going to the match and he's going to be preparing himself for whenever that happens, or he's just gonna sneak up from behind and he's gonna choke out either Roman Reigns or Braun Strowman or something like that.
Mhm.
But yeah, I got Samoa Joe winning, and afterwards, I don't know.
Just zoom in
I
on
don't
Paul Heyman's face.
I mean, I think it'd be pretty cool if maybe Paul Heyman came back and he had this whole like mystery advocate gimmick.
And then Joe ends up being his advocate.
Either that or, and I'm taking this with a grain of salt, but I've been hearing rumors that CM Phil Brooks might be coming back to WWE.
I don't even want him to come back to WWE right now.
You what?
This is why. CM Punk is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I'm gonna say that he's in my top 3. The reason I want him to come back is because the thing is, if he comes back, what's gonna happen? Like, if he comes back, he's gonna probably have one major feud, and then what happens?
You're breaking up a bit.
I'm sorry. Do I sound a little bit better, or am I still?
Yeah, you sound a little bit better. You're just breaking up there for a second.
Okay. My thing with CM Punk is if he comes back, everything he said happened. What he said about WWE is not going to be good until Vince McMahon dies or if he goes away. And that's the truth. WWE is not at its good place right now. And if CM Punk comes back, I honestly feel like they're going to ruin him due to how they do other people on the roster. Like, look at Kevin Owens. Look at Seth Rollins. Look at Dean Ambrose. Look at who else? Who else is like just look at just some of those people, the way they've treated them in the past or how they are now. I feel CM Punk comes back, yeah, it'd be cool for the time being, but it's not gonna fix a problem, WWE's problem in the long haul, and they're gonna turn him probably into a novelty act like they do the Hardys, because that's what they do when old wrestlers come back, except for the God agenda.
My thoughts, and this is kind of what I want if CM Punk he comes back. I want him to have a little brief run at WrestleMania. I'm done. You know, I got that out of the way. Nice doing business with you guys, and then just move on and doing some other stuff. That's kind of what I would want him to do. But, you know, that's just me as a fan and a guy who listens to that podcast religiously.
Yeah, like, I want him to come back because I grew up watching CM Punk and he's from Chicago. I'm from Chicago. So it's fun for that to happen. But I just don't see, after the major feud he's in, what's next for CM Punk. And then that's probably why I'm pretty sure the other reasons he left was evident in the podcast. But I feel they weren't really doing anything with Punk anyway. They were going to have him have a match with Triple H at WrestleMania. I don't know what they were gonna do with him had he stayed. I don't even know what CM Punk would be doing now, which is scary because CM Punk is like one of the best wrestlers of our generation. Like I don't know what they would be doing with him right now. Hell, I don't even know what they would be doing with Daniel Bryan right now if he didn't retire.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that Dana Bryan has just gotten to the point where he just doesn't give a fuck anymore.
Oh yeah. He's going to
that all the whole smacking talk gimmick. That shit still gets me to this day.
I feel with Daniel Bryan, he could do whatever he wants right now because he's under contract with WWE. And if they be like, "Oh, you can't do this," then he'd be like, "Oh, I want out of my contract." And then they know they cannot afford to lose Daniel Bryan, so they're gonna have to keep him. And I know he said he might wrestle when his contract is over with. He's gonna find a way to wrestle. So. If WWE won't let him do it, I wouldn't be surprised if he just showed up at Ring of Honor.
Yeah, because he actually tweeted at Cody Rhodes after he won the belt when he was like, you know, my reign was this long. You know, you might, you know, watch your back because I might come back soon.
Yeah.
And
Cody Rhodes teased it at like some indie event or something.
Yeah. So doesn't Daniel Bryan's contract expire like around October or something like that?
It expires next year.
Survivor Series next year?
No, not Survivor. Just I don't know the exact date. I just know I remember saying 2018 is when his contract ends.
All right. Interesting.
So WWE better
So
get their
that's
shit
actually
together by 2018.
so yeah, I could. All right. Wow. That was interesting talk right there. Anything you want to shout out or anything like that before we?
Nothing. Just watch the product.
All right. Well, you guys can follow me because I gotta run through all this shit. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Zachatek2995. Use the K, please, not the H, because I hate when people use the H. Retarded to me. Jeff, God damn, like, because the whole thing with that is my birth name is Zachary Ryan Roper, and whenever my mom would say that when I was in trouble, so I just want to get Zachary as far away from me as possible. I do Zach, and that's why I use the K, because that's how normal fucking people spell it. All right, all you hipsters using the H, you're ruining my brand. So I got that. You can subscribe if you want. I don't know. I don't know if YouTube's still broken, but I'm at 70 subscribers, and if I get to 100 URL, I don't know. I wouldn't hold your breath because you could die. But let's see. You can maybe find me on Tinder. I don't know. Shit. What else? I'm the leader of this new stable called the Coven. It's gonna be blowing up pretty soon. Pretty good. My PSN is Zacatech2995. You know that whole gimmick. And normally I do my podcasts after on Monday mornings, and I usually have them on on SoundCloud and YouTube. But just because my storage space on this 2013 MacBook is like close to being full, and I've run out of stuff to move on my external hard drive, I'm just gonna do this as soon as I get off of work for the podcast. So no intro music and all that stuff. So sorry guys, but I'm trying to save up to get a new computer right now. When I went to the mall, I actually looked at the different stuff they had, and I'm looking at getting a 15-inch MacBook Pro because it looked pretty good when I saw it, and it's already got Final Cut Pro installed and everything. So yeah, so that's why I haven't done a lot of Crash Bandicoot games. But yeah, guys, welcome to the Graveyard Shift, and be sure to join the Coven. New outro. Let's see what you guys think of that.